Hello students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the inductance, self-inductance, and derived the expressions for this one's inductance for a toroidal and coil, and inductance for the coaxial cable. And along with that also I have told about how to find out the inductance of the solenoid. Now today we will discuss about the this potential energy. That is what an equivalent definition for inductance may be made using energy point of view. That is called as in terms of potential energy. So that is equivalent inductance for may be made using an energy point of view. That is L is equal to 2 WH by I square, where I is the total current flowing in the closed path and WH is the energy in the magnetic field produced by the current. So we first express the potential energy WH in terms of the magnetic field. So therefore we got the equation as, so WH, 2 times of WH, it can be written as in terms of integration over volume B dot H dV divided by I square. So here we can write this 2 times of WH can be written times B times of H into dV divided by I square. Now then replace B by del cross A. So this B is replaced by del cross A. Therefore 1 by I square integration over volume H dot del cross A into dV. The vector identity, that is del dot A cross H is equal to H dot del cross A minus A dot del cross H, may be proved by expansion in rectangular coordinates. So the inductance is then L is equal to 1 by I square integration of volume del dot A cross H dV plus volume of integration volume A dot del cross H dV. Using this vector identity I can write this above equation as like this. Now after applying the divergence theorem to the first integral and letting del cross H is equal to J in the second integral, so we have, so L is equal to 1 by I square integration over surface A cross H dot ds. So this volume is converted into surface plus integration over volume A dot J dV, right? So here for first case it is divergence is applied, and for second case we put del cross H is equal to J. Now surface integral is 0, so as surface encloses the volume containing all the magnetic energy. Okay, so here we get just only this term. So that is L is equal to 1 by I square integration of volume A dot J dV. So now according to vector magnetic potential due to J in previous chapter, A is equal to integration over volume mu J by 4 pi R dV. This is equation for vector magnetic potential. Now the inductance may be written, therefore be expressed more basically rather than formidable value. L is equal to 1 by I square integration over volume again there is mu J by 4 pi R dV dot J dV. So it will be double volume integral. So we get this equation for inductance if we express in terms of energy, right? Now the volume integral by the closed line integral along the axis of filament. So here volume integral is there, so it can be converted into closed line integral. So I J dV is written as I dl, that is what we have written here. So therefore this is mu by 4 pi is taken constant, so integration over closed surface, and this one is just dl by R dot dl. So therefore now L becomes equal to 1 by I integration over A dot dl. So this is nothing but this is nothing but just it becomes A by I. So therefore they have written L is equal to 1 upon I, this one. So here we can tell this is an equation for this one, inductance. So for a small cross section, dl may be taken along the center of filament. So we now apply the Stokes theorem and obtain L is equal to 1 by I del cross A ds. So it is 1 by I B dot ds. So this will be B, therefore L is equal to 5 by I. So we just come back to the to what, retracing the steps. We should see the flux is that the portion of total flux. So L will be like this. Now the interior of any conductor is also contains magnetic flux, and this flux links with the variable fraction of total current depending on its location. So these flux linkages lead to an internal inductance which must be combined with the external inductance to obtain the total inductance. So what is meaning is here, internal conductor is also containing magnetic flux, so therefore flux links to the internal conductor. So we get internal inductance along with external. So we have to combine both to get mutual inductance. Now internal inductance for a straight wire of a circular cross section radius A and uniform current distribution is L A internal mu by 8 pi. Now we conclude by defining the mutual inductance final between circuit 1 and 2 M12 in the terms of mutual flux linkage, that is N2 phi12 by I1, and in terms of the mutual energy, it can be shown that above equation is equivalent to M12, that is 1 by I1 I2 integration over volume V1 dot H2 dV, and M12 is equal to 1 by I1 I2 integration over volume, so V1 is taken as mu H1, so dot H2 dV. This is a what, energy, mutual energy, that is mutual flux linkage, these two. Now interchange of the subscript does not change the right hand, so M12 is nothing but it can be made as M21, right? So this is about the what, potential energy expressed in the magnetic field, and also it can be determined the value of L in terms of the vector magnetic potential and dl, and also the mutual inductance.